Do you know where your gristle is? I'm going to tell you what, right here, right now. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is... Oh, my gosh, my phone fell to the ground. Folks, we are engaging in spirited activities here in the Orange Room on this Tuesday, November 24th, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a Wildwood live from the Orange Room. I got some special guitars they sent me to play and show you, to play and to show and play. It's kind of like show and tell, but with guitars. And today's victims are this thin line, starting with this thin line Eric Johnson signature Stratocaster, which is a glorious weapon to behold. And it's nice and light, too. I like light guitars, ladies and gentlemen. I find that thin lines add a little bit of extra air around the note. A little woodeny halo of goodness. I'm going to play it here in just a second, but first I'm going to share this video with a few different streaming localities for their listening and dining pleasure, because that's the way I roll, ski. That's the way I roll, as the scrolls foretold. Well, all right. Boom, boom, tish, pow. All right. Now, folks, just so you know, I'm going to give you the lowdown on this bad boy. We have... the Eric Johnson signature Stratocaster thin line. It sounds so good. This rascal, let's see what we all got. Let's see the lowdown on this beast. Two-tone sunburst, got it. Gloss nitro lacquer, got it. 6.98 pounds, nice and light. Semi-hollow alder body, ladies and gentlemen. Soft V-neck. 25.5 inch scale length. Bone nut. The pickups are specially voiced Eric Johnson single coil with countersunk mounting screws. Say that 5 times fast. Countersunk mounting screws. Countersunk mounting screws. One volume, two-tone, 5-way switch, vintage style staggered 6-saddle American vintage synchronized tremolo bridge. Wow, that's a lot of talk. 1-ply parchment pickguard, special neck plate, engraved EJ Cocopelli. That was a club here in West Dallas, Wisconsin, Cocopelli's. I'm going down to Cocopelli's. Now it's on the back of his guitar. There's the Cocopelli right there. Cocopelli. Cocopelli. Cocopelli, ladies and gentlemen. Say that 5 times fast. I dare you. All right, let's hear what it sounds like. Let's hear what it sounds like. Yes, it is Flannel Awareness Week, ladies and gentlemen. I have lots of new delicious flannel for my Orange Room activities, because as winter approaches, this room's going to get cold. This is an old house, folks. Yes, we did get a little snow today, ladies. Cocopelli is a hell of a drug. Jason wants to know if this is quilted flannel. Indeed it is, my friend. Behold my fleecy goodness. Sus chords. Flannel pickguard, yes. Yes, this is a brand spanking new Eric Johnson signature thin line Stratocaster from Wildwood Guitars. They sent it to me to play for you. Can you dig what I'm trying to do? Whoa! Can you dig what I'm trying to do? Someone asked the radius on this bad boy. I think they're compound radius. But that doesn't say on here. That's unusual. I like it when it says nut material. Bone. Bold. Bold talk, friends. Neckwood, maple. Got it. Semi-hollow alder body. 6.98 pounds. Gloss nitro lacquer. Can you dig it? I like this guitar. I like it a lot. It's an American-made endeavor. It is not custom shop, so it's not pestilentially expensive. Not that shouldn't say pestilence, especially in this current era. It's not extraordinarily expensive. Well, even though it's not, I'm going to shut up now. I'm just going to say it's not as much money, okay? Two-tone sunburst, which I dig. Special pickups in here are the specially voiced Eric Johnson single coil with countersunk mounting screws, ladies and gentlemen. Countersunk mounting screws, ladies and gentlemen, are what make things, make the world go round, really, if you want to know about it. Nice two position. thin line activity. Gives it just a little bit of a mid-range honk that I dig. I'm getting that sparkle of the two position, a little extra honky tonk. Tell you what, it sounds damn good. That two position's got a lot of quack, but it's got a lot of sinew. We want some quack and we want some doggone sinew, folks. The serial number of this particular guitar is on the information, the description of this video. So one, if was so inclined, if was interested in this very guitar, you're hearing what it sounds like. That's the purpose of these videos, doggone it. To share sweet musical congress, number one. Two, share sweet guitars that you might want to say, you know what, I want to take her home. Do you prefer the clean or dirty flannel for Sonic Rapture? Oh, I like that kind of talk, Mark. Woo! I like it. This is a comedy channel of sorts, Jason, depending on what perspective you're standing in. Are you standing in a perspective? In the perspective of my standing. Wow. What? Hey, Greg, I'm struggling to write stuff at the moment. Like I sit down to play and end up noodling and struggling to come up with anything song-worthy. Any tips for a young fellow like myself? Charlie, just keep at it. Doggone it. I wake up in the morning, I might come up with a little move, and I'm like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. Keep your iPhone handy. Because I find you come up with a little cool idea, you're like, that's kind of cool. And if you let it go by, and don't suss it out too much. Sometimes right in the moment, I take out my little phone and I put on that little memo thing and I'll go, Spoidle, and I'll play it, even if I'm unplugged and the sound of the people in the background is louder than the actual guitar. At least I have the idea down, and then I can go back later and then harvest. And sometimes an idea from 3 weeks ago or maybe months ago that I forgot all about, I might hear when I'm kind of scrolling through and marry that with something I just came up on today. Mix them together like explore like this, and they become as one. And the universe says, hey, moi, deploy it upon us and let us hear your great sounds. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But that doesn't matter. It's because it feels so good to shkaboidle. Am I right? Shkaboidle. Anyway. I'm telling you right now, that two position is sinewy and delicious. Let's go to the neck. A little extra sustainer-rooney, I think, with old Mr. Thinline. A Strat with an F hole. What says Philip? Let's do a quick recap. All I know is what I know, which depending on the blood flow. What? Depending on the blood flow, I know what I know, unless I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Eric Johnson signature thinline Stratocaster. Available from Wildwood Guitars. They've sent me to my home here in Wisconsin, a place of honor and diplomacy. An orange room. Citrusy in nature. Okra-ish. What? Listen, glorious sounding instrument. It sounds doggone good. Somebody wanted the lick from Funk 49. Which lick is that? You want the doom bo click a doom flare there. Ricky lambom batinka total. Is that the one? I'll do it in slow motion. The squirrel burn. This is what I do. I don't know if that's what he does, but I go up here to the third. What do we got? Sorry, I've been watching too much of The Crown. And the first one is... Guitar sounds phantasmagoric. Yes, there is an F-hole in the Strat because it is the Eric Johnson Thinline Stratocaster. All the information is linked to the description of this video. It feels good unplugged too. Some nice resonance to it. I like it. That's some meat right there. I dig that. Bridge pickup sounds good. Steve asks, who's running the video production? Yeah, that's a secret. I do have foot pedals here that allows me to go or down here to the floor. Dig that? Yeah, it's only $19.99, ladies and gentlemen. Yours for only $19.99. But wait, there's more. There comes with a flannel shirt. A delicious beanie. Actually, it does not come with either of those things. I don't want anyone calling up Wildwood saying, hey, listen, I like that guitar, but unless I get my flannel shirt and beanie, this deal is over. That laugh come from? That was a little weird. Sorry. Is that a modded Leslie or an original? It is an orig. It is Toby Lee Marshall's. I'm at 50 watts. I'm always at 50 watts. Why? Because I like the power. Someone asked why 10s and not 12s. I wanted two 10s because I like Vibroluxes. I also like 4 10s. But you know what? I also like 12s. I like speakers. I like amps. I like guitars. I like different sounds. Went with the two 10s in the combo because of Vibrolux reasons. And then I went with the single 12 for this little rascal, which is not out yet, but that's coming. And then there's a 212 cabinet that I use with the head. The Greg head is magnificent. And I use that with a 212 bottom with the band. I found that I like 210s for most of the time, but my current ensemble with the Koch Marshall Trio, with Toby Lee Marshall on the Hammond organ and my son Dylan on the that band's pretty loud, so I found that the 12s give me a little extra before when I wasn't playing quite as boisterously. The 10s were delicious and robust. And they still are if I raise it off the floor a little bit, but I find that the 212s give me the extra push that I need. Can you dig it? Woody Woodpecker laugh, yes. Indeed, indeed. I do like 10s, though. I like the tight response of 10s. But there you go. There you have it in a nutshell. I like this guitar. I'm going to tell you that right now. Definitely get some overtones happening because of the thin line thing. A little extra mid push as well. Yeah, no string tree on this either because I got the compensated, the heights of the pole pieces are different. No, I haven't watched The Dirt. It's come across the purview or the preview stuff on the Netflix, but I can't get any of my fam members to want to go down Motley Crue Lane. They ain't having it. They say no to the crew, scuba damn doo. Bobo Debo Kiku. The neck is nice. It's a soft B, but it's beefier than what the 57 neck is, the 57V, which I have on this white Strat, which is yes, far more less chunky. Far more less chunky. What? The pickups noiseless? They are not, Brian. They are noiseful because that's just the way single coil pickups are. Unless you're in the 2 or the 4 position, which is always a good escape pod. Sometimes you're playing at a gig and it's all buzzy. Got a lot of heat on. And then I go to that 2. Ooh, yeah. You dig it? Greg, you once said, why doesn't every guitar come with an F-hole? It sounds glorious. And so it does. You are correct, sir. It does. It brings an extra woodiness to the sound. Mm-hmm. Is the cabinet behind you for a B3? Yes. Toby leaves his Leslie here for when we do our bi-weekly jams. He's not coming this weekend, though, however, because it is the Thanksgiving weekend. And we're taking this weekend off. By the way, I won't be here this Thursday, obviously, because it's Turkey Day. For those of you living outside the U.S. of A, it is the Thanksgiving Day, so I will not be here engaging in live streamage this Thursday nor Friday because of the nature of that. Steve asks, aren't the Fishman Fluents dead quiet? You are correct. You are correct. Favorite Hendrix songs? Yes. All of them. I do enjoy so many of the songs. I guess my favorite ones to play, I like to do a little version of, I got a question here, Greg. Do you hear the differences in finishes on a guitar, poly versus a thinner lacquer? I do. It just seems, it seems to me that the thinner lacquer, the guitar breathes a little more. It's a little more open sounding. Poly is a more direct thing. It's got kind of a harder edges to the sound. I know these aren't scientific terms. But I like them both for different things. For instance, my old custom shop guitar, the blue one that I've had forever, that's a poly finish on that rascal, because that was back in the day before they were doing nitro again in the custom shop. And that guitar sounds fabulous, but it's a more direct tone. I find that guitars with thinner nitro on it, just as I said, just seem to have a little bit more of an open resonance to them. It's just kind of softer. Does that make sense? I know there's someone right now on the internet going, oh, that's using that voice. That's not true. Whatever. But it's true as far as I'm concerned, in my experience. I don't know what those gargling sounds were. I want to just say I'm sorry, and I don't know what parallel universe those sounds came from, but hey, there you go. Extra added value for your video experience. Do a quick kicker version of Freedom. Freedom is always a go. Comment rabies. Yes, Jay, that's exactly what happened. Let's hear the pitch shifting on that EJ. What? Yeah. Is that your home studio? Of a sort. It's just the orange room. What is this guitar? Let me say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Fender Eric Johnson's signature thin line guitar. Special Eric Johnson voiced pickups on board this rascal. Nice soft V neck. It's got the little Cocopelli on the back here. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Cocopelli, there it is. See that little creature? It's a Cocopelli creature. It's a Cocopelli creature. Nice two-tone sunburst, see that? Nice. Nice, I like it. There's the FO. You can stash stuff in there. You can stash tone nougat. It allows you to stash tone nougat on board. That's added value. Pretty sure it has quarter sawn neck. Thin lines to me add a little bit of a woody tone, a little extra, just mid-push, a little extra sustainy situation. Can you dig it? What do you hate about Strats? I don't know if there's no hatred. They're just a little bit more high maintenance than a Telecaster. Am I right or am I right? Especially I like to use Mr. Wiggles, which I do, and I like to have it floating. This one's not floating right now. It's right against the bridge, or the bridge is flush against the body, but I like to have mine floating so I can go up about a half step. And, you just got to be careful. Who is Greg Koch? That would be me, my friend. That is I. Identify yourself, perhaps. Maybe it is you, my friend, who needs to identify himself. Can you dig it? No hatred in the Gristle Kingdom. Yeah, trying to get him to stay in tune is you have to be a little bit more of a MacGyver type of figure as far as I'm concerned. If you're a full-time Stratist and do all the things that Strats folk like to do, like all the antics with Mr. Wiggles and occasionally burning it, as the case may be, or smashing it into oblivion, and then reassembling it for the next gig for the people. Strats are a little bit more, labor intensive in that regard. Duct tape, always good. Yes. Best guitar player on the town. Well, bless your twisted heart, Martin. I appreciate that. Eric Johnson, are you experienced playing the backwards lead is pretty cool. Everything Eric Johnson does is very cool. Albert Collins, well, yeah. Why Strat over Les Paul? Well, that's a whole different thing altogether. That's a little bit of that. Can you dig it? Yeah, Tele Strat, Les Paul, 335. These are the usual victims to get your palette of different things that you can engage in. Someone asked for a little bit of, I can't remember the whole thing. On Death of a Baseman, was that one take? I can't remember. I think so. I don't think there was any punching on that bad boy. It just simply was what it was. I can't remember, though, to be honest. Are the pickups noiseless? They are not. They are not. Okay, I'm going to switch guitars at this point in time. So for those of you who are uninitiated to our activities here, when Wildwood sends me these guitars to play, Wildwood Guitars, beautiful Louisville, Colorado, and they send me usually 4 guitars a week, but because this is Thanksgiving week, I have 2 guitars for today, and I will not be here with you on Thursday. This guitar is, and the links to these specific guitars are on the description of this video. This is an Eric Johnson signature thinline Stratocaster, beautiful instrument, nice and light. 6.98 pounds, this one. And it's got all the Eric Johnson tweaks, cool pickups, flatter radius, nice neck, quarter saw neck, no string tree because of the staggered diggity doggone tuner posts. And there you have it in a nutshell. Beautiful. Two-tone sunburst. Now, the next guitar I'm going to play is one of these, it's hard to say. It's an Artisan Telecaster made out of Tamo ash. And as you can see, it has the reversed tone control plate. Greg, are you much of an Alan Holdsworth admirer? Yes. I never really attempted to learn that legato style of playing, but I've always been a big fan. Especially, I think my favorite Alan Holdsworth record is the IOU record. And also Metal Fatigue. I love that record as well. There was some stuff on the Tavatron I dug. Let's see what we got. Hold on just a second here by Gemini Jungle. This particular instrument, FYI, is as follows. No, that's not it. That's not it. Wow, did you hear that voice? I don't know what's going on with me. It's some kind of strange vocal voice throwing. This is a Wildwood 10 Artisan Caballo Tono Ligero Telecaster, Artisan Telecaster. From the Fender Custom Shop, made out of Tamo ash. Look at the top on this rascal, ladies and gentlemen. Behold its beautiful splendor. Roasted ash is the body wood. The top wood is Tamo ash. That's beautiful. Look at the bird's eye maple neck. Oh, that is quite something. Triple A rosewood, sorted for its especially dark flavor. Yes. Exclusive Wildwood 10-inch radius. Bone nut. 216105 diggity doggone frets. The pickups on this bad boy are a TV Jones. Oh, I lost my place here. Oh, that's such a pain in the buttocks. Wildwood Spec bridge pickup, which Fender makes especially for Wildwood. And a TV Jones classic neck pickup. Spurzle die cast with white perloid buttons on the old machine heads. Delicious. Nitrocellulose lacquer. It weighs, ladies and gentlemen, 6.15 pounds. Oh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. 6.15 pounds. Let's hear this beast speak into the night. That's that middle position. You get both of them. What happened? Turn the volume up. Oh, I see what I did. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boo. Another thin line, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds good and juicy, doesn't it? To do. Sometimes the hand and the brain say, no dice. No dice for you, Mr. Flannel wearing man. No dice for you. Oh, Lord. How y'all doing out there? This again, ladies and gentlemen, is a Wildwood 10 Fender Custom Shop Artisan telecaster. It's got a fancy name. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is the Artisan Caballo Tono Ligero Telecaster. There's a link up above in the description of this video that has this particular guitar. As you can see, it links you right to the website. 6.15 pounds, a 1963 C-shaped neck, roasted ash body, and this top, what have I got here? I hit that foot switch by accident. Sorry about that, folks. Let's close up on this bad boy. See, there you go. There it is. Look at the power of the Tamo Ash. That's a beautiful top on there. Triple A rosewood, sorted for darkness. Exclusive Wildwood 10 radius. That's 10-inch radius, ladies and gentlemen. 216105 narrow-tailed frets. Hand-wound, twisted telly wound to Wildwood spec bridge pickup and a TV Jones classic neck pickup. Can you dig it? Pearloid buttons. RSD Telecaster bridge. Quite delightful. I like it. And it is a thin line, so there is a little chamber of secrets in there for you to store your basilisk. What? Oh, basilisk. Digging deep into the Harry Potter arsenal of, some of the youngsters, they don't even know anything about Harry Potter. My kids grew up on the old Harry Pottskerski. Sounds good. Can you dig it? That's an old tune of mine called Spanish Wine. I played that in many a Wildwood video. It's just a good little thing to play on a Telecaster neck pickup, or really any neck pickup. Hello from Japan. Hey, Japan, what's going on? This is a delightful guitar. I will tell you that right now. It makes my flannel extra warm and comfy. Extra warm and comfy. Russell says, I'm moderately angry. It has a pickguard on it. I think you should fight it. You should fight this guitar. Say, why do you have a pickguard? And it'll say, I'm inanimate. I can't respond. And that'll be the end of your battle. What? I really don't know what happened there. Now, most places just ship a clear one with instruments like that, and you get to choose, do they? I suppose you could take it out, but then you're going to have the screw holes. And then you'd have to take out some chewing gum and put it right in those holes, and then paint it with a magic marker. You know what? You could probably special order one with that one. I don't know what to tell you, Russell. It's just the way it came. It's not my thing, okay? It's not my thing. It's 7 in the morning in Japan. Lord have mercy. And tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. in Japan right now. We're talking to someone from the future right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's the quality added value of your Live in the Orange Room experience here with our Wildwood friends. We can time travel with your flannel friends. Hello from Israel. Greetings, Israel. We got all kinds of people in the house. I see a bad moon rising. Someone asked for a little CCR. That's why I played that song. Oh, Susie Q. Sorry, I keep on hitting that button over there. Every time I hit that doggone button down there, and it turns the camera. Oh, Susie Q. I know a dog named Scooby-Doo. Huh? Yeah. Oh, Susie Q. Meet Scooby-Doo. Susie Q and Scooby-Doo, ladies and gentlemen, only here. Wildwood Live. That's how we like to roll. Nice hardwood floor. Thank you very much. It is a nice hardwood floor here in our house. This is an old house. This house was born 1908. Greetings from Abu Dhabi. Holy caramba. It's an international program here in Orange Room. Everyone meet in the Orange Room from all around the world. Everyone meet in the Orange Room. All you boys and girls. Meet in the Orange Room, everybody. It's a wholesome place. No Scooby snacks for you, Drade. Silence yourself, Drade. People have asked about the name Drade, and it stems back from when my nephew would be over at the house where I grew up, Andrew Stephen. And he was very, very young, and often I would have to babysit. And when I would babysit for him, and a lot at that point in time, I was in college age, so I liked a few of the fermented refreshments. And so in the morning, I might be maybe a little hungover. And then there was my sister and my mom going, can you watch Andrew for a while? We got to go run some errands. And there I would be, hungover as a son of a gun. And this child screaming and hollering and running around the house. And I'd be like, oh, my Lord, I think I'm going to die. And sometimes he would be screaming and hollering and fussing. And I mean, this is when he was older. He could speak. But he couldn't say his G's real well. So I would say, silence, child! And he would look at me indignantly and go, silence yourself, Drade. So that's where Drade comes from. Silence yourself, Drade. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Silence, child! Silence yourself, Drade. I'm going to make a meme of that. Just kind of post it everywhere. And people are like, what the hell is this all about? It is what it is. I used to play in punk bands on Brady Street in Milwaukee in the 90s. That street was a blast back then. It certainly was, Jason. We used to play at the Up and Under, and we used to play at Harpo's all the time. Can you dig it? Still raining, still dreaming, Drade, right? Am I right or am I right? Folks, I've been talking about this a little bit. This is just a little tone tip. So again, just to reiterate the guitars, because people ask over and over again what the guitars are, and that's all right. They are, just for your information, in the description of this video, both guitars, there's a link to, what they are and a link to the specific guitar that you could actually purchase if you so desired from Wildwood Guitars, beautiful Louisville, Colorado. This particular guitar, I'm going to show you a little trick. Let me go to the floor. So I have turned the reverb off on the amp, okay? Usually I like a nice little reverb. But when I put Slapback on, this is a TC Electronics Flashback 4 Delaski. If you put on a Slapback, which I have right here, just one repeat, kind of a tape echoey thing. You turn the reverb off on that rascal when you have the Slapback. It's just much more effective. Someone asked for Whiskey Rainstorm. There's a blast from the back. Come on now. Woo. Let me tune it up a little bit here. Here, you get the idea. So you get that, to get that extra. As opposed if I put the reverb on, it kind of makes it not as effective. More effective, you go. See what I'm saying? For the kids. At least show your foot tapping. I will not. Pretty cool, huh? What happens when you add the Gristle King? Well, let's check it out, shall we? Let's go back to foot cam. Going back to foot cam. Gonna have myself a time. Here's the clean boost on the old. So the Gristle Kings are a special thing that my buddy made for me, and actually we do sell them through my website. We have them in quantity now. I sell signed versions through my old website. There you have it. So when I'm doing when I'm doing delay stuff, if I really wanted to do it right and just use my overdrive from the amps, which sounds glorious, I would take that pedal and run it through the effects loop. But when I don't want to do that, I'll run my Gristle King, and when I do the delays, I'll actually use the overdrive on the Gristle King instead of on the amp, so that the signal of the delays doesn't get distorted going into the front of the amp. Can you dig it? My mind is clearer now. Yes. Have I jammed with the mighty Koch? I have not, but we did hang out. He actually came to in Austin. I did a workshop, and he actually came, which was crazy. And we hung out. It was glorious. He's a cool cat. Hot diggity diggin'. I'm all for that. Another tip for the kids. Exactly. Yeah, so that's how I roll with that. So again, folks, the guitars that I played today have happy Thanksgiving to all of you as well. I see Dennis is saying happy Thanksgiving to you. Well, thank you, and to you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Any last questions here before I sign off for the holiday week? As far as Wildwood is concerned, I will be back next week, Wildwooding, but I will not be here Thursday, obviously, because it is Thanksgiving Day. For those of you outside of the US of A who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you might be saying to yourself, what the hell? But it is a holiday. We're going to have a delicious turkey with all the doggone trimmings. And green bean casserole is key, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet potato casserole. My wife makes a delicious stuffing with sourdough bread that she chops up, and oh my God, it's so damn good. I might wear flannel that day as well, just to let you know. Do you play the Leslie much? Actually, I haven't plugged into it yet. I really should. He left the preamp here. It's, Toby, every other week we do live streams here from the Orange Room, and my trio is my son on drums and Toby Lee Marshall on Hammond organ, so he goes through that Leslie. But he has multiple Leslies, so he keeps one here. Is the volume knob always backwards on this model? Yes, Ryan, it is. For this particular model, that's the way they come. And for most people with smaller hands, they appreciate that. I'm so used to the traditional way that it actually screws me up. But that's me. I'm sure I could get used to it if I had to. But you can just turn it around. It's not like you can't do that. So it's not that big of a deal. Flannel is the way to go on Thanksgiving. Indeed it is. And it's going to be a loose-fitting diggity doggone flannel so that my bullum, my abdomen, once it's fetid with delicious holiday items, that it can breathe freely in the flannel. It's important. Turkey trot from Gary Richrath. Boy, that's digging deep, Keith. Careful what you wish for. I might just do it. Yes, I believe you're right, Eddie. There is power in the flannel over all other fabrics, with the possible exception of denim. Denim and flannel together. Can you dig it? The gristle moniker could only easily been more poultry. Yes. Wow. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. It is 4:09 in the afternoon. Again, the neck pickup is a doggone TV Jones on this bad boy. Do you have a preference when it comes to Strats and Teles when it comes to maple fingerboard versus rosewood? I do. I tend to enjoy maple a little bit more. That's not to say that I don't like rosewood and haven't owned rosewood. I certainly have and do. I just find for my Fender style guitars that maple I prefer just has a little bit more slap, a little more faster attack brightness. Do you use any noise gate in your effects chain, Greg? I do not. Later, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in. Know the colors yet on your P90 Reverend? Yes, Jay. There is, of course, the Tosa turquoise, which you've seen, which is that funky greenish blue. A black one, and also a gold top. And all three of them look absolutely fantastic. Yes, indeed, you are correct. The maples does bring out the spank. Absolutely. It's crazy because I'll play you know what I think is a good combination is an ash body with a rosewood board. That works. But if I use a rosewood board with an alder body, if I'm just messing around, it sounds great. But when I play in a band situation, for some reason, it's like I can't hear myself the same because I'm so used to the attack and the way that the tone is generated with ash and maple. Now, I'm sure there will be those on the inner Google who will have other opinions that will call me a heretic and some kind of a speaker of untruths. But this is my experience, okay? Just in my doggone experience. Jimmy did use maple, although he did have some rosewood ones too earlier on. He used quite a few rosewood Strats. Matt, that's an excellent question. He wants to know if Reverend will ever make a left-handed version of my guitar. The guitar is not the problem. It's getting the pickups because that control panel, the way that it is, you just can't turn it around and do everything backwards. There actually needs to be a Fishman needs to be able to create the left-handed version of the pickups, and then we can do it. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? The rosewood absorbs the twang, just in my opinion. It is warm and delicious sounding for other things. I just find for what I do. Although I will say that the ebony board on my new Reverend with the P90s, that's a delicious combination. That's delicious. What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you on stage? Boy, that is a hard one. Boy, that's hard to say. Many strange things have happened over time. This is a PG show, so I'll just... one of my favorite things of all time, which I've told this story before. It sounds like a name-dropping story, and of course it is. But I was on stage at a festival here in Milwaukee, and I was playing with my buddy Big Bob and Al Eck as well, and we were playing a blues gig in the afternoon at this festival. And my eyes closed, I'm doing a solo. I get done with the solo, the crowd's reacting, and I turn to my left, and there's Albert King on the side of the stage going like this. I thought, well, that doesn't happen every day. And which reminds me of another troll story. I played some Albert King-ish type stuff on Instagram. And as I said, I don't usually respond to troll kind. I don't feed the trolls, although I did when it came to Ragtime Wanker, because that was just funny. If you're going to be a troll, at least be funny. So that was funny, so I responded to that one. But this guy said, not even close. You don't got the feel. And I said, funny, Albert didn't think so. That was just kind of fun. Because, you know, some people just don't do any homework. That's the thing I find interesting. I do homework. If I see somebody, I was like, well, obviously this guy has existed before I laid eyes on he or she at this point in time. I wonder what their history is of playing and making music and all that other kind of stuff. I don't just think that the person just for the first time ever put this video up and that's all they got. And I'm going to judge their entire career, persona, and existence on how I'm perceiving this through my twisted prism on my iPhone. And I say to myself, boy, what a lazy, lazy individual. Do a little homework, mutant. 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 Say what? Do a little homework, mutant. Song called Do a Little Homework, Mutant. I think it's a good bond-building song for everyone. Do a little homework, mutant. That's all you need to say to folk. And then they do, and then everything's all right. All right? Can you dig it? Yes, Albert King was absolutely known to be a curmudgeon. That's why when I got the 2 thumbs up unsolicited, I thought, I don't even want to talk to him because I got that. And I did just shake his hand later. I said, I don't want to talk. I don't want to bug you. I just want to shake your hand. He said, all right, son. That was it. Whereas the other guys in my group were like trying to get him to sit in, and he told them to get. He said colorful words to them. I only got thumbs up and an all right, son, and a handshake. So there you go. There you have it, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you all have, if you live in the places where Thanksgiving is celebrated on Thursday, I hope you have a glorious time with your loved ones and stay safe, eat delicious food, and I will see you here next week as we engage in more wildwooding. There you have it. Thank you, folks. We'll talk again soon. Adios.